Good morning and welcome to the Forex Daily Update, brought to you by Pepperstone on Tuesday the 5th of December 2017. I'm Darren Sinden and you can follow me throughout the day on Twitter by using @ds_Pepperstone. Right, let's take a look at overnight changes and price moves to be aware of. And to be perfectly frank, there are very few points of interest today on our changes table. I will just flag a slight improvement in the Australian dollar, 76.46 trading shortly before we recorded the video, up 0.63% on the day. Also a bit of action in US dollar, Swiss franc, something we haven't looked at for a while, 98.46 trading there. But elsewhere, very quiet, as you can see, and even Bitcoin only moving by just over 0.62% overnight. Right, what's on the calendar? Events that may move the markets today. There's a bit more action here, a bit more activity. We've already had a speech from the Reserve Bank of New Zealand Deputy Governor Grant Spencer. We'll look at that in a bit more detail in a moment. We've had retail sales out of Australia, slightly improved number there against forecasts. China Services PMI, again we'll look at that in a bit more detail in due course. Perhaps the pick of the early morning data, the interest rate decision and statement from the Reserve Bank of Australia. Again we'll look at that more closely. And then to come at 8:15 GMT we'll have Market Services PMI out of Spain, and then at 8:55 similar data for Germany alongside the composite PMI number for November as well, and then at 9 o'clock the same set of numbers for the wider Eurozone. We also have a meeting of the EU finance ministers today to consider, and then at 13:30 over to the States for trade balance data there in the US for October, and then at 14:45 market PMI composite data and market services PMI data for November out of the US. That's followed by the ISM non-manufacturing PMI for November at 1500. Okay, breaking news and comment that's caught my eye. First of all then, the Reserve Bank of Australia has left rates at 1.5% for the 16th month in a row, despite those better retail sales numbers. Staying in Asia, or Asia Pacific I should say, China's November Services PMI number came in ahead of forecast, 51.9 against an expectation of 51.5. But the Indian services sector has contracted for the first time in a quarter with a PMI read of 48.5 versus 51.7 seen in October. And I think that's a concern there for Mr. Modi and his government. New Zealand central bankers are now looking at their monetary policy options to combat lowflation in the country. That was from the Deputy Governor's speech this morning. The Australian Weather Bureau has declared a La Nina weather phenomenon in the Pacific. That might help to explain the rather strange unseasonal weather that Australia's been experiencing at the moment. And United Nations diplomats are headed for Pyongyang, the capital of North Korea. Right, food for thought, something to take away with you into the trading day. And as traders, we interact with technology every day, but it doesn't hurt to remind ourselves how much we rely on tech in every part of our lives and what happens every minute on the modern internet. A fascinating look here in this graphic about what might happen, or what does happen in fact, in 2017 on the internet every minute of the day. Right, please take a moment to read the risk warning. Trading CFDs and foreign exchange on margin can be a risky business. If you are in any doubt about the risks involved in that, then please do contact your Pepperstone account representative.